Humans are sometimes silly with their absurd questions. But don't worry, that's where science comes in. And today's absurd question is, can a person power a city by running on a treadmill? Picture this. You're jogging on a treadmill, sweat dripping, music pumping, and suddenly, bam! The lights in your entire city flicker on, powered by you. Could your morning workout really light up a metropolis like New York City? Or even a small town? Today, we're tackling a wild question. Could a person power a city by running on a treadmill? Spoiler alert, we're about to dive into some mind-blowing science and a little math to find out. First up, let's figure out how much power a human can actually produce. When you run on a treadmill, your legs pump out kinetic energy, the kind of energy that moves stuff. Hook that treadmill up to a generator, and voila, you've got electricity. A trained athlete running at a solid 10 kilometers per hour, or about 6 miles per hour, can churn out 300 to 400 watts. That's impressive. Meanwhile, the average person, like you or me after a long day, might hit 100 to 200 watts. What does that mean in real life? Well, 100 watts could keep a light bulb shining bright or charge your phone while you binge watch your favorite show. At 400 watts, you could power a small fridge or a TV. Pretty cool, right? But here's the kicker. That's just one person. What happens when we scale this up to a whole city? Let's talk cities. New York City, a buzzing, sprawling giant, uses about 11,000 megawatts of electricity at any given moment. That's 11,000 million watts. A smaller town, maybe one with a few thousand people, might need 100 to 200 megawatts, still a hefty 100 to 200 million watts. To put that in perspective, if 100 watts powers a light bulb, imagine how many bulbs it takes to light up Times Square. These numbers are massive because cities don't just power lights. They run subways, hospitals, factories, and that coffee maker you can't live without. So, how many treadmill runners would it take to keep the lights on? Time for some quick math. Don't worry, I'll keep it fun. Let's say the average person generates 200 watts while running. That's 0.0002 megawatts, tiny compared to a city's needs. For a small town using 100 megawatts, divide that by 0.0002, and you'd need, drumroll, please, 500,000 runners going full speed, non-stop. Now let's go big. New York City, with its 11,000 megawatts. Crunch the numbers and you'd need 55 million runners, sweating it out 24/7. That's more than the entire population of New York State. You'd have to recruit every person in the city, plus their cousins from out of state, to even come close. Can you imagine the chaos? Sorry, boss, I can't come to work today. I'm powering the Statue of Liberty. It's a funny thought, but it's starting to sound less like a workout and more like a logistical nightmare. Here's where reality kicks in. Humans aren't machines. We get tired. You can't run at full power forever. Even if we had 55 million runners, they'd need breaks, snacks, and probably a nap. And what about storing all that energy? Could we save it up in batteries for later? Batteries sound like a fix, but they're not perfect. They lose energy over time, and human power is inconsistent. 1 minute you're sprinting, the next you're walking. Plus, building a system to store and distribute all that treadmill power would be insanely complex and inefficient. In short, it's a Herculean task with way too many hurdles. So, if powering a city is a no-go, is human energy totally useless? Not at all. There are some awesome real-world examples. Picture human-powered gyms, where your workout on a treadmill or bike generates electricity to charge phones or light the building. Some stadiums even use special tiles that turn your footsteps into power as you cheer for your team. These ideas won't run a city, but they can make a dent, powering small devices, lighting up a room, or adding a tiny boost to the grid. It's sustainable, it's creative, and it's proof that every step counts. So, Could a person power a city by running on a treadmill? Nope, not even close. One person, or even millions, can't match the energy demands of a modern city. You'd need an army of runners bigger than most countries, and even then, the practical challenges would trip you up. But don't toss out your sneakers just yet. Human power has its place in small, clever applications. Maybe we won't save the world with a single jog, but every bit of energy we generate brings us closer to a greener future. What do you think? Would you run to power your home? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation moving.